Welcome everybody to another episode of Do Reefing. Just thought I'd show you guys the tank for 2020. I know I stated I was going to be tearing this one down. Unfortunately, I have yet to have the time to do that. I've had multiple doctor's appointments which have kind of rendered me useless for a while. I was classified as having progressive MS. Still dealing with a lot of issues, barely being able to walk and stand for prolonged periods of time. In spite of that, the tank has not done too bad. I haven't really lost any corals. My biggest compliment for that would be actually for the fact that my calcium reactor keeps everything on track. I did end up switching out my lights. I now run the Hydra 64 HDs. These lights are actually extremely awesome for growing coral and coloring them up. I will show you this one right here. This coral had almost no growth on it until I put the lights on. Once I put the lights on, everything started growing very well. So this tank probably will be coming down hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Give you a little shot of the frag tank. This is a customer's Trichophilia that was not doing good at all in his tank. It was completely sucked into the skin, or to the skeleton, I'm sorry. I finally got it to start coming back. I've been feeding it Reefroids. It works very well at bringing corals back. Sorry, I haven't cleaned my glass. I finally got my Duncans to finally come out. I started feeding them a lot more. I introduced a new powdered blue tang into this tank. He or she is actually doing very well. It had ick on it when I first got it. It has yet to get it back in the last 3 weeks it has been in the tank. So I know I told you guys I was taking this tank down. So the reason why I plan to take this tank down is I got my new 225 gallon. I finally got done building the stand. I built it out of metal, welded it all up. I built the sump. Sump came out very nice. This tank is just being checked right now with just water and one fish in there, which would be a clownfish. And I didn't just throw them in plain water. I actually took water out of my tank and put one of my bio bricks in there. That way make sure he doesn't have any issues. So the tank will be plumbed. I'm going to be doing it very simple this time. It's going to run filter socks, a skimmer, a return pump, and an ATO chamber. ATO chamber actually holds 17 gallons, which will actually benefit me, so now I'll be able to go on trips. So with this tank, I did add another clown tank, which I finally got to exist in the tank longer than a week. I have had a very bad reputation with these fish. They're very hard fish to keep for some reason for me. And I also finally got a naso tank, which he's actually at about 6 inches. Very beautiful fish. He finally decided that he wanted to live in my tank. I probably went through maybe 4 of them and I had actually given up on them. But this one, I just had to get it. So let me go ahead and show you some of the corals. If the fish get out of the way. So this is a no-name piece that I got out of Indonesia. It's actually very nice. This one back here you see with the blue tip on it. It's an extremely nice piece. It's one that I actually named myself. It's called a C&D Rainbow Firestorm. So if you look on the internet, I'm pretty sure you'll find it. This one right here, it's actually a blue skin tenuous. Usually the polyps are all different colors. My phosphates are a little bit high at the moment. But all my coral are doing very well. Here's another piece of that Rainbow Firestorm. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in on it, but if you look it up on the internet, you'll see it and you're going to be like, wow. Unfortunately, it doesn't pick up on camera very well. Or on video, I'm sorry. But yeah, the coral are doing pretty good. Unfortunately, my Jason Fox strawberry field did get stung by that blue tip stag in the back. He did not like that one bit, and he ended up receding completely. I ended up losing most of it. That's about kind of where it stopped. It will grow back. My Walt Disney tenuis, I fragged it so many times, I wish I didn't. I'd have had a full-on colony just like this guy. But all my friends wanted a piece, and I was happy to give them a piece. I mean, this is what this hobby is all about, is giving back and helping others. So everything else in the tank is doing very well. I have a, let me actually move this out of the way. That is my Dragon Soul torch. I actually sold off most of them, and I only had the one little piece left, and I didn't sell it because it actually broke. So as you guys can see, the tank is doing very well. Nice little chalice right there. This was a Fabia I got off of the SCMAS Reefapalooza 2 years ago. It's actually probably doubled in size. Here is another chalice that I picked up. Starting to get into more encrusting corals for the bottom of the tank. With the new glass tank, I plan to have every inch of the bottom of the tank completely covered. It'll probably take a couple years, but it'll get done. So yeah, if you guys like this video and you'd like me to keep them up, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, let me know how much you like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy reefing.